Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here with another episode of Haikyuu, episode 9. Last time on Haikyuu, more the sun versus the moon. They're really kind of pushing that Hinata versus Tsukishima rivalry. I mean, rivalry on the court is pretty good. I don't think it's going to go much beyond that. But we got some backstory for Tsukishima as insofar as why he's not been giving it 100%. His brother, who was on Karasuno's team, it appears to have been replaced by the Little Giant, or at least benched. I don't think they removed him from the team, but he was he was cheering in the audience. So I think maybe he left the team on his own, or he quit. I'm not sure if they made a distinction whether he willingly left the team, but whatever the case, he was no longer a part of the team, and he maintained that life for a year. Rather than telling his brother the truth, and that really hit Tsukishima hard. So he didn't feel there was a need for him to try with someone who he perceives as being so talented as Hinata, which I don't really know about that. As I said, I love Hinata. He's my favorite character on the team, and in the series. But at present, he's not at that stage as yet where he's that great, But I suppose he's worried about what may come later on. So yeah, Tsukishima's, he got some advice from Kuro and Bakuto, and they gave him some good advice. He needs to figure out for himself what reason there is for him playing volleyball. Whether is it for fun? Does he believe this is going to be a career path for him? And as I said before, in the last episode, I think I'm glad that the series actually touches on those subjects, because not a lot of anime does. It's a choice that you have to make at that point in high school, what path you actually want to take. Are you going to be focusing on sports at the sacrifice of your academics, or will it be both, or will you focus on academics and view this as just as just a club activity? So Tsukishima needs to make that decision for himself, and I guess we'll find out eventually if he does. There was a moment at the very end of the last episode where he was looking at Hinata, and we saw the symbolism of the sun and the moon. I don't know if that was suggesting that maybe he has made his decision, but we will see. We will see. We didn't get a whole lot of Hinata and Kageyama's improvements with what they're trying to learn in the last episode, so I imagine we'll get back to that in this episode. But the training camp continues, so let's check it out. Third day. Alright, just a few more days to go. Still running uphill, so they lost again. Oh, and I say, alright, he's getting better. He's getting better. That's how I look all the time. Nope. Still haven't got it. Don't worry about it, guys. Alright, looks like that's what we'll be focusing on this episode. It doesn't help that they have to keep running up the hills. They've got to be excited. They've got to be exhausted. That's not true. Outside of the quick, you have improved. Just barely. He did? Calm down, guys. Calm down.
今のは落ちてくるトスじゃなかった。そうだった。わかんないよ。動物的勘とかじゃ。
Hmm. He's trying to compensate, so he's slowing it down.
おそらく今のはこれまでなら落ちていたはずのトスが少し放物線を描くようなトスだったんじゃないか。
He's trying to match Hinata, but that's changing the toss.
でも日向、気づくのもすごいが怒るか普通。少なくともミスらずに済んだんだぞ。
俺は今無意識に妥協した。
He wants to get it.
チビちゃんが欲しいトスに 100% 答えているか、答える努力をしたのか。
何やってんだ影山。
今日の夜から俺はお前と練習しない。もちろん試合でも新しい速攻。
Yeah, he just needs to. I think he just needs to figure it out first.
やめんなって。今のままじゃ一緒にやっても意味ねえだろ。
わかった。
He just needs to. I think he just needs to figure out how to execute the toss properly first before they actually do it. Otherwise, he's just during the matchup. He's gonna keep adjusting, so that they can get a point. Yes, that's good.
影山はまた一人で練習。
He needs to practice with other players.
俺も入れてください。
リエフ。
お、ひなた。リエフ。お前役のとこでレシーブやってたんじゃないの？
Did he? I think he ran away.
人数ちょうどいいから3対3やろうぜ。
おお、試合だ。
Nice. Let's go. Yeah, all the tall people are on one side.
エースとセッターと一緒だ。そしてバーサス月
You're
島。
gonna get blocked hard. And Kuro makes it worse. I love Bakuto's energy though.
クワガタ見たわ。
リエフ。トス見てから飛べっつってんだろ。リードブロック。
Yeah, Lev is not that great at blocking, but he is tall.
ちゃんと止まって。
上へ飛べ。
切り上げないと食堂閉まって晩ご飯お預け。
Can't have that. Yep.
チビちゃん、続きは明日ね。
Got an invite. Awesome.
おっす。朝ですよ。
もうちょい寝かせて。
You go towards his stamina, okay?
ゴーラ一本ナイス。
Got it. It's out? That looked like it was in. Lost again. Then they were closer this time than the last game.
減りすぎて気持ち悪くなってきた。
俺も。
Ooh. Oh, okay.
次お願いします。
影山、ペットボトルを単なる目標だと思うな。イメージしろ。できるだけ具体的にスパイカーを。
スパイカーをイメー
一応僕ら試合になったら
Why are you telling me all of this?
どうして
I was wondering the same thing.
僕が親切
I doubt that. But he wants to beat you when you're at your best, so you know.
ゴミ捨て場の決戦ってやつをさ
Exactly.
なんとか実現したいんだ
No point winning when you guys are at the
うちの監
weakest.
督の念願だしけど監督は
Plus, I think it goes both ways. I mean, the other teams are seeing what they are learning here as well, so they know what to expect. So, owls versus cats. And that's an owl now.
ブロックの面積広げろ今日もでけえな一年のくせに
Oh,
わざとブロックに当てた。
nice. He tipped it off their fingertips so he could get it a second time.
今のわざとですか？ブロックの手に軽く当てたやつ。
おおリバウンド
Rebound. That's a useful tool. That's pretty useful.
50分とかで今打ったら絶対ブロックに捕まるって時はわざとブロックにボールを当てて跳ね返ってきたところでもう一回攻め直すんだ
おお。
Yeah, if they know it's coming, then they can just aim the ball down if they're tall enough.
戦い方は見えてくるああそんなことないですよ僕とさん高橋遅い
He's ready.
お前ら寄ってたかって言えぞ
Oh, he's gonna try it. He's gonna try it. Umbrella. No. I mean, it's still their point if it goes out. It's still his point if it goes out, but I don't think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to rebound it.
今の狙ったのか見事なブロックアウトじゃねえか
あ、確かにリエフの手の先っちょは狙ったけど。
190センチのブロックかける3枚だぞしかもあんな打ちづらいだぜよく打った俺は感動した
Alright, he's teaching Hinata.
必殺技。
次行きます。
Visualize the spiker. That's funny though. Like several Hinatas across the court. It would be chaos. Nice. He's getting there.
ひなたおはよう。
おあ、やちさんおはよう。腹減ったね。
特訓の成果はどう？
今すんげーのやってっから期待してて。
予定通り手配済みです。
That is a shady,
到着かと。
shady dealing in the dark. Kuradani's good.
やっぱり今んとこ
Damn. 61 losses.
ウブ側とカラスの
62.
フライにして
Look at it this way. All the running that they've been doing uphill. It's just building up their stamina.
お前ら頑張れ生き残るんだこの練習試合全部終わったら監督たちのおごりで
That was it. That was a big secret. Meat.
だってなんか一番やりづらい
何やらかしてくるかわかんねえよな。あいつら
Interesting. Even though they've been beating them, they're the most difficult ones that they've been playing. Kageyama, I'm surprised.
影山。俺は早く落ちるトス打ちたい。
焦んじゃねえよ。俺がトスミスってる
Surprisingly calm for
お前の
him.
練習になんねえだろうが。
Don't remind me. I'm still pissed at him for that. I'm sorry, but I'm glad to see that they're at least conversing
分
again.
かってるけど早くくれ打ちたい。
And back to normal with their shenanigans on court.
だからあの時あんなに怒ったのか。影山くんなら当然できると思っていたのに、それを影山くんが一瞬でもためらったから。
Oh, a new king.
最高のトスを所望す。
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
結局ペナルティー三昧の合宿だけど、
They learn a lot,
最初の
I
遠征
believe,
から比べたら
especially
みんな何かしら
Tsukishima and you know Hinata.
心で一発気持ちよく勝ってうまい肉を食おうぜ。
All right, episode 9 of Haikyuu. The training camp is over. It's over 1 week. I believe they were there for. But I gotta say, I think I'm loving the evolution of the team. This episode in particular was more so focused on, well, both Hinata and Tsukishima. You know, training with Bakuto and Kuro. Tsukishima learning some tips on how to block better, you know. And Hinata, of course, whatever super awesome technique Bakuto taught him. I'm assuming that it's the rebound. Maybe not. But whatever the case, you know, I think the fact that they highlighted it, I think is something that Hinata is going to be using. And I'm trying to remember if I've heard it said before that this was used by the Little Giant or Little Giant worked by doing similar things. I think it was mentioned somewhere in this season. Maybe I think it was Coach Yukai, but anyway, I think it's something that Hinata is going to be using frequently because of his height. You know, there are going to be instances where he's surrounded by a lot of blocks, especially if we talk about like that Tech, you know, where he may not be able to get around the block. So he may have to rebound it and then, you know, get a second shot at it. And the other, I mean, he didn't do it intentionally, but he was aiming for Lev's fingertips and the ball bounced from his fingertips out of bounds, which was their point. So that's another useful, you know, tool that he has in his arsenal. So I'm loving Hinata's development so far. They haven't quite mastered the free quick just yet, but Kageyama is working on that, and I think they're almost there. But yeah, all around, you know, everyone is improving. Their points, despite 62 losses, you know, the most of any of the teams there, the points that they've lost by have significantly reduced with each match, which shows that they have been improving. And as the other members, other teammates, the other guys have said, is that, you know, even though they lost, Karasuno was the toughest team that they actually played. So they're most certainly improving. They're definitely improving, and I'm loving that. But yeah, another fantastic episode. I guess we'll be going back home and preparing for the next tournament. But I can't wait to see the free quick finally finished and see King Hinata reign as the ace of Karasuno somewhere later down the line. But whatever the case, I'm excited for the next episode. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Be sure to post down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this episode, and I'll see you for the next one.